the inside. The inside.
Me point Juma me ko tran ko se se be bobo.
No be chat so I say we nyina no mo aduane ne you.
Santi na me se me point ya me ko tena wo yi.
Oh there.
Me tena wa ko se se be ne bobo e di game ne be sha se ntimi.
Okra me big man be wo. I friend Popo. Or a Barca fan, or a Fed Corporations director, I'm saying country director, or Tiben, or take a famous Maserati side. To Juan and Kotoko Bomacha, Tamana Bakumoha, or Hona Missiano Koji the SMH. They be a Missian be answer on Magic. And if I number my name, yeah, say Yabeko, Popo, I will be overbound directly into Yabeko. Location now the coin, chairman, a Yapap Medama Srisa, Beniaji Papa, and this location there so abua me pa abua me papa easy
okay
tinde ngwa me kwa me lidi o ga so o ye chairman ju de o be fa o lemba o mo ma kan o bi nyame na me lidi o mako o ye sia popo dia baby have fine
and then inside bed
more fine.
Well, let's look at the game. Anyone seminar Christian
chairman,
this is the Champions League final.
Of course
it is finally here, but
I think the greatest enemy to success is complacency.
Of course.
Na mitie Man City for na a Champions League na their birthright. They are just going to take it. So Man City for here be to remind them say they should guide against complacency. Baby Ayebobo they're at a Tech Stadium. One of the biggest comebacks in European football. Chairman, I want to see 18 years ago. So, 2005 Champions League final. 2005 Champions League final. Now, AC Milan and Liverpool. Nyamianum du kredi. So now the AC Milan team ni si ho. Now the Liverpool team ni si ho no mo. Now on paper, now AC Milan team no me a street ahead of team friend Liverpool. Because AC Milan team now, chairman, Dida was in goal post. Abrante Feni Kafu nebo right back, left back Mardini, center back Abrantia, the friend Nesta, any jab stam nebo 4 and 5, or Andrea Pelu, or Seed of Kaka, any Gattuso, and Omubo behind Crespo, any Shevchenko. Now here's our Liverpool team now, chairman, near Finland, any Abrantia friend Abdullah Traoré, anybody fullbacks, where Liverpool center back now, near Jimmy Carragher, any Sami Hipia, and Omomo Finfin, Steve Gerrard. Luis Garcia, John and reason attack Harry Kewell, any Milan Barros, Nene lead the attack no, Edema Liverpool. So on paper, now AC Milan team is so strong. And as our AC Milan team now is so strong no, it take a 3-goal lead against Liverpool. Chama, according to report, you see AC Milan for the court dressing room. I'm going to say 3-0 we in the first half no. In the dressing room, they were popping champagne because yen team no ho den and he actually Liverpool 3-0 in the first half. It only say Jumano mo wie before they realize second half no na Liverpool abete tekano asa the cup na from nsem minim so obetimi ama me a Champions League game one obetimi dey compare this one of the biggest comebacks minim so ebenya one game obetimi compare sa game na eti me no bia ya adwene chama me no ya adwene say Man City a favorite. Many a big crackers are big crosses on Man City a favorite. Yenina G2. But the mindset as a Man City for say as a Champions League is there for them to go and take, they should guide against that complacency. It is not going to be that easy. Now, Man City, any Inter Milan, chairman, the first time Omusia in a competitive game in fact, there are times almost in friendly games. In friendly games, Inter Milan winning 3-0 Baku, and Man City winning 3-0 Baku. But say in terms of a very competitive game there, chairman Omunshiada, first time one Omunshiani. But the map makes a catch City say, Omunya very careful. They say, number one, they appeal the Omuba against Italian team. Italian teams and their mindset, chairman, they will come fighting. So once the Italian team be at the finals of a major tournament, a major competition. Men fan say a Italian team and who mere and who usa ahead there they will put up a fight. And in terms of experience, Champions League na ye kano Man City ni bi da. But Inter Milan ye kana semino at the Champions League miensa. The first time they won the Champions League was 1963-1964. They defended it again in 1964-65. And I Jose Mourinho ebeji the third one way back in 2010. So 13 years ago, and on last Champions League. I tell you, 13 years. By a day now, more Champions League trophies miensa. Playing against Man City, a chairman on your Champions League nibida. Now we are talking about a season where two teams, on domestic football. Obianim say Man City age double, yaji two. Man City age league, Man City age FA Cup. But chairman, ye nyina yendim say enukre. Inter Milan ent me anji league. So we league na Inter Milan let us miensa. Onya 72 points. The points gap between Inter Milan and Napoli no na 18 points. So league ni die na Inter Milan in kahon. But Inter Milan who say on team any league no, they decided say why don't we focus on cup games? That is why so much Coppa Italia. I must say Fiorentina 2-1. Amoji Coppa Italia no before they won Coppa Italia no much Super Coppa Italiana and it's almost AC Milan 3-0. So in cup game this season there, AC Milan Inter Milan having realized league ne from Monsano then almost safety attention eba into cup games are chairman Bibieko ye at the moment. Now medical for Man City on their way to the final. The customer woman said Man City on their way to the final and lose game. Ebesine Man City lose game. So her group stages now. Man City draw me or draw against Dortmund and or draw against FC Copenhagen. 84 games now kind of group stages no. Man City winning 4 and or draw me Ye bad knockout stages now. Chairman and also Man City about 6 games because round 16 over 2. Quarter finals over 2 games. Semi-finals over 2 games. So at the knockout stages so far, Man City about 6 games. In those 6 matches, Chairman still Man City and Lusubi. But the difference is that Man City and Lusubi 3 na obon wa away ni nyina away from Etihad. Man City mini bi. And we need 3 that can nyina and so ofie. So over round 16 now, the way Man City 4 team qualify from the knockout stages, Chamayana amazing. Okwa away na no managing results 1-1. No abafie no abawie adwuma no omre Leipzig okwa away 1-1 but betra Etihad no abeshe no 7-0 na akwa away on Bayern Munich wahye no 3-0 fie no akwa away no akobo 1-1 even against Real Madrid kwa no away no akobo 1-1 all of us were thinking second leg very very close to call but a game na Man City as Real Madrid the kanaya Real Madrid anti-bi. So at the knockout stage 6 games Man City still remain undefeated. Group stages o man lose game. Knockout stages so no nya dia almost etimi elusu game. Now Champions League we chairman. Onum say team a ashe goals pa so far Man City. Man City ashe 31 goals so far. Napoli a film. Samson Benfica a film. So we the highest scorers in the Champions League. Team a ashe goal pa Man City no. The Otosu mienu a ono ashe more goals no Napoli. Napoli has 26 goals. Benfica has 26 goals. So 2 teams ni nyina film. Etena de besi bia no yenwe season no and yenwe final no. Now one share Man City be the highest scoring team in the Champions League. Chairman, okay Pep see team Pep na the Pep be related to. So nya more success. Say Barcelona. Barcelona first season now OJ treble no. Any season way there's a bit of similarities. Okay. Sure. 2008-2009 Barca the Champions League. But Barca the Champions League that year no. Chairman Barca lose game. Barca lose one game. Barca ekwaje sa Champions League no. Barca has 32 goals and conceded 13 goals. Now his City team way. Say year way Man City and lose game. 2008-2009 there now the Barca edge year no. Barca lost a game. This time Man City lose a game. This time Barca no share 32 goals no. Man City one more game to play. Was 31. So Man City share one more game one. Sa goals a Barca share in 2008 Chema wa equally. But there ba ko obey better. And he said so one lose game na me adum na. Barca dey no lose game. We all lose game. And Barca dey na concede 13 goals no. This time around the team Man City I concede only 5 goals. So oyade on Barcelona there, but so ultimate Champions League we ya. Ade odi Man City there na ye no. far better than what he did with Barcelona way back in 2008-2009. You know. Now we are talking about Inter Milan. Inter Milan qualified to the finals. Abro Lusu 2 games in the group stages against Bayern Munich. Was a Bayern Munich saying home and away. Bayern saying 2-0. Ewofie. And now Sako away ko say 2-0. Knockout stages, chairman. A one idea Inter Milan actually so Italian team. At the knockout stages, Inter Milan about 6 games, just like Man City, 6 games. But in those 6 games, the chairman, 5 of them ball and to Inter Milan net. They kept 5 clean sheets out of those 6 matches. In fact, their games are Inter Milan at a slim margin and a second leg in our way, especially at around 16. So many FC Porto. Inter Milan is 1-0. So Inter Milan are share FC Porto 1-0. Now or call an away game Porto bo fear. You might be thinking, say, Ebia Porto, Ebetimi, and Bibion Betimi overturning, say 1-0 score line. But Inter Milan, keep clean sheet first leg. I say 1-0 no. Or Kwawe, Eko keep another clean sheet. Eko ball 0-0. At the 1-0 first leg advantage, you know, Etimi qualify. Now, Uba a quarter finals now. Chairman, so the Benfica. And the first leg, Kwawe question Benfica 2-0. Second leg, Obianim say game ended 3-3. That is the only game at the knockout stages. Inter Milan conceded goal. And then semi-finals on AC Milan. First leg, AC Milan and they go home. Okwawe, I say AC Milan 2-0. Second leg, or also the neighbor home, and we say AC Milan 1-0. So over 2 legs against AC Milan, no winning by 3-0 aggregator. Ball and to team friend Inter Milan net. 5-6 games at the knockout stages. Emu maku enum ball and to team friend Inter Milan net. Now Champions League na ebono. Chairman, onim say omo keep 8 clean sheet because in the group stages omo keep a clean sheet against Barcelona. Omo say Barca 1-0. And 2 games against Victoria Paulsen. Nina omo keep a clean sheet. And knockout stages 5 games omo say keep a clean sheet. Say omo team keep another clean sheet so kai Edward Mendy. Tama Mendy any Chelsea EBG Champions League Edward Mendy in 12 games keep 9 clean sheet. And then you another African as Inter Milan etimi keep another clean sheet Abrante from Nana ebe calling Mendy record now or keep 9 clean sheet abra Chelsea EBG League in 2020-21 season so Inter Milan and just so easy to break down. So the talk of say 5-0 ebe 2-0 chairman I beg to differ. Now since a Pep free Barcelona Champions League na free ninsa. Na dia huni say chairman onum say oba Man City until 2020-21 our day Man City able final when they lost to Chelsea na on team for Man City ikra entra quarter final obajedi say Man City about 2016-2017 it took Pep up to 2020-21 and so team Man City extra quarter finals for the Champions League. Now the next disappointment and they say teams are na Man City free chairman na man for them say Pep fraud. Me kind the first season. The first season of Bayern only Monaco the ball round 16. Chairman how kai sa game o we need first leg 5-3 ofi. And a second leg or kwa away. And a Monaco e ko send 3-1. Ye we game na aggregate na ko 6-6. And a Monaco e dey away go rule Man City free mu. We are talking about Man City. We are talking about Pep. Champions League. Na round 16. Na team Man City free no na ye Monaco. Chairman Senukra was bad enough for the following season 2017-2018 season team be Man City free mu na ye Sevilla. Man City and Sevilla HCI again na round 16. First leg ombo 0-0. Man City transfer a draw first leg 0-0. Second leg no kwa away and a Sevilla Man City 2-0. Now in the third season chairman another game another time this time around if you round 16 edru quarter final team Ben Man City free mu at the quarter final stage of the Champions League. Someone for refia na Tottenham Hotspur. Someone for Bekaya unim say Pep e win first leg 1-0 ewa away. Oko Spurs fie e ko say 1-0. Second leg na Man City e betena fie no. And a Spurs e be say 4-3. Again ye wi na aggregate akoye 4-4. Tottenham Hotspur e dia way go rule Man City free mu. Now the last time a chairman areho kra no year na ye ba na ye COVID no we say do knockout stages no na 1 game playoff
yeah
team be Man City free mu
Olympic Lyon. Was a Man City 3-1. So everybody na Man City team track quarter final. Disappointment and say team na Man City free no na Monaco, Sevilla, Tottenham Hotspur and the Olympic Lyon. But since a Man City any Pep started say on track quarter finals no chairman is either semi-finals or finals. From 2019 up to 2020 on both quarter finals no. The following year and this City ball finals now Chelsea share 1-0. Last year so was semi-final. And this year again or final. So the last 3 years, the first 4 years in there, anko year. But the last 3 years there, at least Pep and Man City anya de krano semi-final. For team B, na 3 years or both semi-finals of the Champions League bako. Na finals AM Yenua, chairman, they are getting closer to the cup. Ayako ese tamani kika Chelsea asem no se Chelsea na omo hover run semi-final no obo final bako na Manchester United ahye no we team kitwe bi na on Champions League ni bi da na France say wo boss abrawei semi-final final dia na nkakra you are getting closer to the Champions League. Now ade bako a chairman as I beba into this game is America aka key moment of the game baby be decide the game ni na player friend Francesco Acerbi or a centre back at the Inter Milan. Chairman, what did 35 years in the Champions League? Upe player, one making the most clearances are Otosuminu, 41 clearances. Area draw as a wako, Champions League near Bodinano. So Upe players are or more etimi ako area battles. Our more winning area battles. So now they are ranking. Chairman, Otosu and soon. We're winning 26 area battles. So I'm looking at the battle between Abrantia, your friend Asebi, and your Abrantia friend Haaland, because the more dear, Man City will try to go long. Anytime a Man City will go long, biano, the target man, the first man, or receive Man City long boss, no, Abrantia friend Haaland. So some Man City call long boss. Now Abrantia target will be receive the first ball, Haaland. The one defending against him, no, Francesco Acerbi, chairman, and also winning area balls 26 times in this year's Champions League. Now, Man City will have to be very careful. Baby, as a Man City, careful. They say, on say, team and friend Inter Milan, about 3 back, no about 2 wing backs. Wing backs, no about the right wing back, no, Denzel Dumfries. The about left side, no, Federico Di Marco, chairman. On them say this year Champions League. As a left wing back, we're creating more assists than Rafael. As a left wing back, we're creating more chances than Brantia, your friend Kvaratskhelia. In the Champions League, player named friend Di Marco are about the left wing back. Edema Inter Milano are creating 15 chances. So 15 chances, no direct assist or not provided no chairman F5. So Man City play there. And so almost share to stop him. So no soon team join the attack and team how more a branch of friend Federico Di Marco. Very, very amazing footballer so far. Edema to my friend Inter Milan. Now, I don't know Inter Milan SI Mr. Madika Italian teams. Chairman, they will tackle. Champions League way. Upe team are making more tackles Inter Milan. 179 tackles made by Inter Milan. In those 179 tackles made, Chairman, Inter Milan are winning 83 of them, losing at the remaining 96. Ball recoveries. You can't say ball recoveries. Except team a ball crack opponent. Now Omokwa Chairman, they've won the ball 461 times. So when you have the ball, they tackle you, and when they make those tackles now, they have the ability to win the ball back. Adebakwa Ebo Inter Milan say in their form into the final game. No? The last 12 matches, Inter Milan are winning 11. Or winning 11, no. In fact, the only one on one shegu, the last 17 games are Inter Milan abono. Bakupe na Inter Milan entimi anshegu. But chairman ti adiwe. Me sure say uko fikisi mu a. Adiwe betimi abo. Champions League na yebono. Inter Milan etosu team a oye 9. Olusu ni first game. Sila obo final. Chama pachoche ni me kanasi. Champions League na ebono. Set team be losing the first game of the season. Now losing the first game no. Still oye good enough. Team qualify for finals. But there's one thing common about all those teams. Omunya lose final no. The first time me kai 1994 1995 AC Milan elusu the first game to Ajax sent 2-0 in the first game. AC Milan esani Ajax corner the besia final. Ajax AC Milan 1-0. So AC Milan lusu the first game oba final Barcelona olusu final no. The second time we see here 1998-1999 Bayern Munich able final. By Bayern Munich able final no. The first game olusu to team from Denmark. I think say Bronsby. As a Manchester as a Bayern Munich 2-1. By Bayern Munich eslat me manage ya everyone win the final. But we win the final no. Chama 1999 they will be ankai this year. E ka kitu say Manchester United Bayern Munich edge Champions League na any. 2 minutes to end the game. And a team of friend Manchester United from 1-0 down. Ebaji Champions League ni free team of friend Bayern Munich in them. The last time, be say see chairman, 2018-19 season. 2018-19 season. Spurs able final me boy. Spurs any Liverpool.
Yeah.
But Tottenham Spurs elusu ni first game to Inter Milan. Inter sheni 2-1. And obo final. But obo final no. Liverpool sheni 2-0. Chairman dey na kachiro. Say teams na omulusu omo first games na omo say team qualify ko final no all of them entimenye cap no. So Inter Milan follow the same trend. Either say beto aso and as on very reverse the trend no. It is unlike the World Cup. World Cup only the time I see who president say team between elusu the first game. But olusu first game na say la ultimate World Cup no. Even the latest one cry Argentina. Say the first game of the last World Cup Argentina lusu the first game. Barcelona or the World Cup no. Because Spain ebeji World Cup in 2010. The first game of Lusu Barcelona ultimate World Cup no. But uba Champions League na. So Lusu first game one. Why ya dia ne say wodu final na Lusu final match no. The 3 previous ones as na no omo nyina Lusu final game no. Now Man City bo game one. Na ye play bia ba na baso a na se wan e bo na baso. Haaland. Bernardo Silva. Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan, but the unsung hero in Man City team no, branch of Rodri, your money din. So when the numbers na chairman, and I mention Rodri numbers no, me who dream say open player, chairman, what team are winning more balls for Man City in the Champions League, individual player in the Champions League, player or recover balls more, branch of Rodri 96 times. There is no player. I say Champions League no. What me recover ball? I'm the team more than branch of Rodri. Now onye player or recover ball keke. Say Man City ball. Nanki epe obi o team complete more passes ah. Chairman ka udo ni bebu hwan. Senkai ebi Ilkay Gundogan. Bernardo Silva. Anahwaya. Kevin De Bruyne. Yeah. By no more. Player or complete more passes for Man City team no. To Rodri.
Yeah.
Passes completed 849. So in Rodri Chama, I can't send back on the channel. They have a player, he has the ability to win the ball. But a winning ball also say he know how to pass and pass very well. Then say Inter Milan so play bia, they will need to keep an eye on him a branch of Rodri. He will win the ball for Man City and a winning ball also Man City distribution and passing of the ball no Chama he's also up there. And then surprisingly Yaba branch of Bernardo Silva. Yaba Bernardo Silva as a winger. Then say Bernardo Silva said there or a central midfielder. But I say Man City bo game be na tough, na big the Man City or Bono on the right side, the right wing. I'm going to look at the battle between Abrantev and Bernardo Silva. Any Federico Di Marco na make an say what create 15 chances, I provided 5 assists. Chama okwa ni mu pa. But nay player de ne kwa koto no so say one no ma embosa area no. Branch friend Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva in the Champions League chairman as a 3 goals provided 1 assist. In the last game semi-final on the finish Real Madrid the first 2 goals chairman no Real Madrid won juma. So ensi uye Di Marco ye nim say attacking wise wo yadi. But the player you have been tasked to defend against him no why you very careful now you so attacking minded that you leave space for branch friend no Bernardo Silva chairman he will punish you. Now, Jack Grealish on the right here. Chairman said there's no Jack Grealish on the left. There's no problem. Me share Jack Grealish any Denzel Dumfries. On also call him pa. So whilst Inter Milan fullbacks no try to go forward, mind very careful. Players na able in their position. A branch friend Jack Grealish any Bernardo Silva no may also have the spaces to exploit. Again, Abrante friend Kevin De Bruyne, Man City team ni nyina we road the free more. Him say on a lot of things passed through him. Season way 18 assists and Abrante your friend Kevin De Bruyne etima provided. In those 18 assists, 7 of them are in the Champions League. But apart from say or passing ball or making those assists, Champions League require the chairman watch 2 goals and or provided 7 assists. But who a player or making more crosses into the box of the opponent in the Champions League or rank second. Crosses are brand here, your friend Kevin De Bruyne. I am quite in the Champions League, 21. So number 1, the entire more crosses and say this time around, Man City a target manner. We are crossing the manner. He has the ability to be able to have access to the ball. So whilst our motion Rodri trying to ultimately recover more or recover more ni we are over pressing ajibo on a friend in seminal. A Brente Bakwa boss have been in Samoa, Obetimia punish Kevin De Bruyne, he can assist. He assist, sometimes it can come direct from middle. Obetimama 1 through pass, now he defenders a film. And yes, I'm so Obetim the ball either on the left and also on the right, then provide now here Kevin De Bruyne crosses, now not just any other crosses, the quality of the cross. And one area Inter Milan must also begin to watch as our crosses. Now, so I crosses now. One the target man, Haaland. Chairman, only say Haaland the 3rd player. Also 10 or more goals in multiple Champions League seasons. The first one will be in the first 2. Messi and Ronaldo.
Some you know there.
Bene Haaland has how many goals in the Champions League? 12. Only say there is no English player. No, not English player. Player will see a kind in England. Also more than 12 goals in a Champions League season. The last time I played this year, Osiakan England. Also more goals in the Champions League. 2002-2003, Ruud van Nistelrooy said 12 goals. So Haaland will need just 1 goal. Also about Premier League, every other goal scoring record he has shattered them. Their card say he just need 1 goal. No better player Osiakan with England. Also more goals in a single Champions League season, 13. Even see that. Say play this year can with England. Nearby Champions League 1 season, no say 13 goals. But my worry is, Chairman, all them say the last 7 games, Haaland has just 1 goal. Sometimes they're very unfair. Say all these 13 games bet me a judge, because baby Man City for G League, 3 games to end the season, Chairman. Now Man City G League maybe. So 13 games were not that important to team my friend Man City. Into here Man City, how many Chelsea. No free bench in the buy. Chairman, how many Brighton or 90 minutes 1 share. How many Brentford and quite one Moby. But Haaland encore 3 games in the Champions League. Abraham Shegu. Even see that. Saman for Refia. How many Real Madrid over the 2 legs? Haaland and Shegu. Send one Shegu. It will be the first time in history we say all Champions League games me and South was 1 team and Shegu. And I think that the responsibility lies on team of Inter Milan to be able to stop them. Now, you come Man City in their threat, and don't forget that Inter Milan for also attacking Trent. I'm attacking Trent in the chairman, too dangerous. Dear, when he said, Chairman, we after at the start we are together. And a man who a fair idea how the game will be played. After say, Man City, baby, Man City, a winning possession, pano, 47.2 meters away from their goal line, which means Man City a high pressing. Why high pressing now? They win the ball opponent in half of the pitch. 47.2 meters away from their post. Inter Milan average position so far in the Champions League, 38.4 to their goal post, which means Inter Milan sit back. So one way I very careful. Young game, now close to bear 60 to 70% of the game will be played with Inter Milan for half of the pitch. The Inter Milan for Bayern chairman, they will sit back, soak the pressure, also keep pressure now. Inter Milan attack, I have Brandt Lautaro Martinez plus the other. We Champions League now. Coach ni prefers or the Edinze Kumumbe ebe partner Brantia. Your friend Lautaro Martinez. Chama Lautaro Martinez this season. About 58 games. 58 games now abonu. Chama was 28 goals. I provided 11 assists. The goal involvement as a striker at Inter Milan 39. So why Man City or Haaland Inter Milan or Brantia? Your friend Lautaro Martinez. Goal involvement 39. 28 goals, 11 assists. DNB in this game. Chairman, I had the last 3 Champions League final. one goal decide you. The last 3 years in your Champions League final, no, because Bayern Munich say PSG 1-0. Because Chelsea say Man City 1-0. And the last year, Real Madrid say Liverpool 1-0. It's a 1-0 margin. But I think that where the quality of Man City crap, anyhow badly they need this trophy, Man City may be able to score more than 2. Maybe score line for this game. Man City, a better 3. Inter Milan, better 1. Man City will win the trophy.
Okay, Christian, this I will go for a 3-1 win for Man City, which means that go both teams over 2.5. Man City handicap win, and Man City win over 2.5 or 3.5. Okay, Maxwell.
Chairman.
Branson Makobigio.
Okay.
Yanshe, the final.
All right, Chairman.
Manchester City International.
Chairman, last night I said football everywhere at the reward day those who really want to do something.
Yeah. And in fact, this year has been rewarding us and Anya Fair to us. But
yeah, you should have.
This year, he has rewarded people who have really put in the work.
Yes.
Argentina and Yomo,
exactly.
Lionel Messi as a person, because football, the gods of football had to reward him with the World Cup trophy.
Exactly that.
Be a boy, our boy, Manchester City, Juma Oma ye, this year. In fact, not this year. Pep Guardiola by Man City, Juma Oma ye no. It's only fair that the gods of football will reward him with the Champions League for Manchester City. And
I have no doubt today. The only thing that best and you win, also be a favor. But what about if you don't play well on the day?
Yeah.
If you commit genuine mistakes, it be a penalties, be red cards and all that, I might change BBR. But I think City will be champions today. Because I say this champions is also scripted for City to win. Just like Argentina at the World Cup. And Samesha CSA. Also, baby, a boy in Istanbul, nipa 60 million euro. Now, 60 million, 19% of the total population take Yankasa. Okay. So, Istanbul is a very big place, and for that matter, nipa they love football. But the say, just like the country taking a Euro Asia, also part of it were Europe, part of it were Asia. Capital also signifies ADN. Half of the capital were Europe, and the other parts were Asia. And my dear say citizens no and our residents be akotna the European side and me dream one mentiase. They say Europe there. Chama broche dey abrocho. Go say mo amota ko skin na. Now the be how to say defense won papa. And now the me ngadri.
We no ngadri.
Chama me dey sanete. Sanete. Now unse Galatasaray ni Fenerbahce na wo. And almost derby no derby a friend intercontinental because City no eche but the say Gala were the European side and Fenerbahce were the Asian side. It's never be a boy to take Olympic Stadium Galatasaray for home and a very iconic. Now bisa capacity at Canada. Now we're the second Champions League final at my boss avenue and the first one was against Liverpool and AC Milan, say Christian Kai. But that's about 18 years ago. Chama BBC. Chama, will you believe, say, their Liverpool like any AC Milan your Champions League ni so much the first time our two teams no musia. Okay. No musia da. Now on the day, Liverpool were designated home team and AC Milan away. Chama, it was between an English side and for that matter, an Italian side. And then the English were champions. Mysteriously, they were champions. Chama, the same antecedent they seen. Milan, Inter, City, and Moda. We are just the first time they ever meeting in this competition. Yeah, bought the same venue at 2 Tekwa. Chama, what I say? Then it's between an English and that, for that matter, Italian side. So the fact that Liverpool won, it means that the English team, no, City saw the advantage going all out. Now, there is this thing we need to also know. Teams are Champions League for the first time, no? Chema, me will bear 6 or 5 of them. Omoji at the expense of Italian team at the final. And it will interest you to note, say, Marseille was in 1992-93. I was thinking they were the first, but unfortunately, the first was Barcelona. Barca won it in 1992 under Johan Cruyff. And over Kaya, Barca played Sampdoria. We Italian side in 92. And Marseille is in the first one in 93 against another Italian side, Milan. Now before then, in 1997, Dortmund so at the Juventus Nigeria. Oko 1983, Homburg surprisingly almost the Juventus Nigeria. And a Celtic in 1967, the first time, almost the team your friend Inter Nigeria. The Chairman City are also coming in trying to want to win it for the first time against an Italian side. And also your Omena, it is scripted for them. Now Chairman Mary no. Not all Argentina, Leo Massimo, they also play a role. Role they say. The first two occasions Argentina J World Cup in 1978 and also 1986. No. The next Champions League final, no more GNA teams are no more Jada. And this time Argentina so the 2022 World Cup. No. And now final year there is another team who are on Jada. But they are surprised say in those two World Cups, no, Mario Kempes was the key player or the top star of that World Cup, and Argentina no win here. In 86, it was Diego Armando Maradona, the star of the competition. They won. In 2022, it was Lionel Messi, the star, and they also won. Omunyina Argentines. It say a base na say team on Jibida Norgia. It also plays into the hands of City. Now, Yemfa Real Madrid as a team. When's the last year? Can say anytime Madrid loses the semi-final. And our home number draw no more week where they don't even win a match. Now scoreline at home they be 1-1. And this time they drew 1-1. No more J4. Chairman team be a from 4 occasions. That team no cost Kwaji. A Honda City so Chairman sign agena. Now say red semi-final no so. Barcelona, Bayern Munich and City. Any teams are Pep Guardiola to a coach here. Barca time now semi-final ye. Yeah, for 2011, Real Madrid, no. It was 3-1 and 1-1. This time it is 4-0 and 1-1. 3-1, okay, 1 plus 3, 1 plus 3, and 4. So 4 goals Baha and a 1-1 Baha. It was the same thing this time for Pep Guardiola getting into the final. Now, the last time Pep Guardiola played against Bayern Munich and the line, was in 2008-2009. I know your coach or what the opposing side are. No, before this year, what happened was this. It was in the semi-final. Barca won 4-0 and drew 1-1 away. And Pep went on to win. And this time, Pep said 3 and Okobo 1-1. See, what I'm trying to say is that he scored a lot and also drew the second leg. And Chairman, the same thing so now Asato. Now, Nasa Chris Kawins main combebre. Also, Manchester United pen the only team at Waje treble and Waje your friend saying the league on 3 occasions in England. In that 2 finals and a semi-final, they won 1. City a Lusu semi-final that. Chairman or more Lusu final so that in that sequence. And this is the last final they are going. Into Omoyiro they can also win 1 and match that record. Even that one with Manchester United. They are the last team in England, the first to win a treble. Chairman on DC. In that year treble, they lost the League Cup by 2-goal margin. It was 3-1. This time, City and Swell Lusu the League Cup by 2-goal margin, 2-0 away. And Chairman, her stage no Munina Lusu, the quarter-final stage. Both Manchester United and City in a framework the quarter-final stage. So that is also scripted. Then again, there are other teams you almost so I say indirectly or directly, Chairman, you are more Bobby Ma City. The first one is Southampton. In 2004-2005, Southampton were relegated. Chairman, surprisingly, Omu winning 6 games all season. This year, as we're speaking of this season, they won 6 games and they are relegated. Now, the first time, what happened? And Liverpool and Milan, a ball to take. This time, it's a ball to take. And Liverpool, as an English team, won. Now, City is also favorite to win this one. The chairman also Edao. Now, all the Chelsea should be Rema. In 1983, also Chelsea were more direct rivals at Fulham. On April, most say any Arsenal, any Tottenham, but in reality is not there. Only Fulham ne rival because Fulham aim to mean stay. It's an that rivalry, aim to member. In 83, Fulham finished above Chelsea, and in that season, a team on GB that cry from nowhere, a Homburg, Chairman Champions League. This season, as I'm speaking with you, Fulham finished above Chelsea, and there is a team in the final, so at Chelsea, City on GB. Now, I was talking about Sampdoria. Sampdoria themselves were also relegated in 2010-2011. Chairman, that season Pep Guardiola won the Champions League at the expense of Real Madrid in the semi-final. This time, Real Madrid were kicked out in the semi by the same Pep Guardiola, who is also in the final. Now, since the turn of the century, Chairman, Team B or Belgian Champions League Biano, either saw Brazilian and or Spanish, and now or both. As I'm speaking with you, I stand to be corrected, but I know for sure Inter Nibi, they don't even have one. I think with the Inter team, Brazilian and a Spanish but City has all the two. So unya Spanish or Brazilian. Most of our time
since when? Since when?
Oh, the turn of the century, man.
Really?
Yes. And with this record, I'm going to say sometimes I stand to be corrected because I'm not way bad. Research number, I believe it about 99.9. But it'll be so be
the last time I interviewed in 2010.
Mike on new way Omicron come Mike on Lucio.
Some of
Brazilians. Mike on who said the best. But who say either Brazilian or Spanish or the two.
Okay.
Until they were. And so how crown then credit na me dey start back me the controversy be beba. Sa issue no my ati as say Marino team no DJ no mo nya de chairman me the better so we say we videos so catch ro bia sa asem me mani nka biem. We dey meba ho. Enti chairman sa net here but we Inter nibi and I think City were the two. Chairman what you say? Enti say Inter so kra no. Anytime they win the Champions League, they go on to win the Serie A first. In the entire team, they are winning Champions League goes with either double or a treble for that matter. Okay. They don't win. Your friend said just the your friend is saying Champions League without winning the Serie A. This time Serie A no, they've been cut off. Any time I say, "What well, antecedents thing now?" It looks like the thing is scripted. Say City inje. The only thing that will prevent City from winning, no. And then they say they don't play well. Also, chairman, you would a day also when you're off day, we are here. And maybe a lot of mistakes, maybe a penalty, red card, maybe unnecessary fouls, and maybe a refereeing decision. And then your advantage that will be limited. Any complacency, say na say Christian Ekan. And I know City as a big team, Guardiola being there before. Me as a complacency that he really work on his guys to really come up big. The chairman said, "Oh, here game we are," but oh here. Game now because I also City and Kasa or more form. The last 27 games, only one no more lusu, and they lost it to Brentford. Even that one, no more wrap up the league title. Chairman, no more draw 5 and we need 21. It is our team only bar. But more problem near away game on foreign soil. No City were problem in the Champions League. Not say Christian about the one or more lusu. They actually say. Leipzig, Bayern, and Real. Ewa away no. Say man, na ya 1-1-1-1-1-1. Minim the as a score line na netoye. But mo befia, they beat you 3 or more goal difference. Say mo what I say. Okay. Even crowd extend the last 5 away games in the Champions League na cry draws. But then also there is a good omen, just like Sevilla, which I believe in them. In this game, no, they are the designated home team. Chairman, what's my argument? I say because you're my away team. It means that indirectly or more neutral ground that doesn't favor them, but they are still an away team. But today they are home team, so they own the place. And they are home team. Almost fans almost outnumber. It will be yeah. Because they be away team, the best blue, if you say blue, to be correct. And who go home? I say chairman, home there. Who to say your home? And not see a good omen for them. City would have to win this one. I know they will win. But send your massacre teams now. Say entire rougher, they will also be massacred. Because Leipzig were massacred 7. Real Madrid were massacred saying 4. And Bayern were massacred 3. Season we answer nanka didn't say yeah buying deal saying yes I didn't script because last me make say anytime buying been winning first 7 matches or Champions League no biano or moje. Into the fact that City now and knock you out no City were advantage. But score line, who said, I'm not too way when it comes to score line, say basic. One with their mature. But I know, say 3-0, 2-1. One of them might be a good score line.
Okay.
it will be a good score. But you be no Necromancer City shirt no.
Okay.
Nti me bro say me pep ba kwa bro. And I won't say Arsenal obese okay good. Nti
yeah no me asem.
More fire. No ano.
Say yeah her God me place.
Chelsea for no money team bia asem asasu so. Eddie Chairman, that's how it's going to go. I think Guardiola and his guys will smile at the end of the day.
Well, and na me sha dey bia I was trying to Madam Fubika say me nya de man na say o say o bet you omo e build a bet. Okay. Wow to be build a bet to me ka options be 4 boom na o ma generate odds amount. Yes.
Maybe a face.
And build a bet am man into people can also try.
Okay, cool.
Anytime goal scorer Erling Haaland. Man City handicap win.
Okay.
The game over 2.5 bookings. And the game in itself over 2.5 goals.
Okay.
Into I don't know.
Say we no Conference League no catch me playing say West Ham Echo. Minya medical so Echo. Because now also ne bench me so okay say they also no so me nko ne win. 200. Na bibia
Echo. Come on.
So me chairman.
No. Handicap win for Man City. More than 2 bookings in the game.
Okay.
There's a yellow card. More than 2 na bebem. Goals na bebem super blue 2. And Erling Haaland to score anytime.
Yeah.
Erling Haaland.
Chama we mono ye ma bibi say na wa man obehna also no so you give it a try.
Odd neba 4.11.
Then 200 crowd so I know where you win. Ube hu na pa for 400 kwa. 100 the anye we kra instead anye ske bia. Christian mo no mo be kono 20 Ghana. He
said you ya do through. Okay, Biggie. Ghana Premier League straight away. Because yes, last one of matches in the Basso. My who can find our case on war against Tamale City, no? Yeah. And seriously, can find for case in Mood. I don't know so my young cast. Yeah. Because can find that when ya Uzana Tamale City for the case and say a branch now can find that say on one. Yeah. Can find that when ya branch any interview. On your be no profile Premier League players. I'll be some can you tell us about yourself? Our body Dina can find that the coin. And I get him so I know give it for your video. It can find that for say so some way ya cast cry they will go. Into the Emra Champions League. Clever Chamber for say the Kambuza say how many goals will City score today? And you got the Busa say, was it? This season, there's something about City, and the may are very confident they have already won this thing. Pep Guardiola, okay, I'm one of his interviews. Busa about overthinking. He was the match,
yeah, sure.
And I'll say, first, he was overthinking because the team said your penal. But he said, when you're pen, they say now. Omomo Pep talk where he can just sit down and relax and watch them play.
On fire.
And this time City made a lot of mistakes. And City won. Yeah. And the City team no so would dia gonna sit back no more pressure obeshaw.
And the obeshaw. And
also na Inter bay.
Oh, sit back obeshaw. Where Inter against was it Porto?
Yeah.
Benfica,
yeah.
Oh, they almost so keep pressure. Almost defending yes. We are against City everybody.
But the penalties.
We are against City. Almost quality ni attack no more. But let's not forget Inter soon do have by chance.
Yeah, sure.
They also fought hard to get here. Even to play that derby de la Madonnina out to be winning over AC Milan. It shows that first a bam two. Oh, it's almost what to be. So we are in for a final, but. Biggie, so those years still have the Caribbean West.
I think the records in the history they say Christian Maxwell. Now, one thing I know about football is in as much as you play more finals, there is a dear back which is the quality of opponent. Inter Milan about final be yes, I no credit. Manchester City will final be yes, I no credit. But Inter Milan on the way to the final. The quality of opponents they met along the line. Any Manchester City, the quality of opponents at Manchester City here now. To me, City quality no also the change that of Inter Milan. Inter able in the group stages. Team out Inter Milan at that time it was Bayern Munich. Chairman Bayern Munich quality never to that of Manchester City there no. Barcelona a big club, but this particular season Barcelona no enter Barcelona maybe a term. And the ora that of Inter Milan from the group stages, the teams he played, Obo FC Porto, Obo Benfica, Obo AC Milan, Inter Milan AC Milan this season, and I say free last season neighbor. I had difficulty the amount AC Milan so sharing to bet me results. This season at a point. No about 3 matches at the Atwas, so almost last 3 meetings. Now Inter Milan point him concede goal. And clearly, they are not training for AC Milan there. League money there. Inter are dominant. AC so certainly for AC to be able to do it, never be difficult. You Porto, you Benfica never seen change. But had a kind of quality. That of Manchester City. Asia along the line. Playing Bayern Munich. Now Osha Bayern Munich they are qualified. Playing Real Madrid. Now Osha Real Madrid they are qualified. That is why I was talking about the quality of opponent. I will be bebo and San Wakwa could play more finals. If you compare that of Benfica mo, and compare that of Porto mo, now the two Bayern Munich Real Madrid one. Clearly you are going to see a Manchester City team no edge in a year at the change that of Inter Milan, even though Omumi Nunjina Kwakwa could play more finals. Chama no dia no ne to nchen. And the modern day football, at dear Bako a boa team super, the kind of coach you have. Simeone Inzaghi, never Pep Guardiola. Me Simeone Inzaghi and Imtia. But me yes, Simeone Inzaghi, yes, season that's no. Now can plans also acquire the Champions League.
But lose final now.
Chairman, final now Abona won lose in a Coppa Italia. Yes, the quality of opponent. And a cup games in a respective league and as a country or woman are different from getting to the continental stage. Your uncle Phoebe or man or Shasi and I did you bet me about the Tony Quam. Not any Trimuda said that you are by your henny and I'll by your brim power better. But there are people like your warden Nipa Semesi that you be. So right from the Mofras and near Shasi man in Titiabi said you know about the Diaconana or bet me this aunt Tiana who died at the Ayajuma. These are the two coaches I make home Mwasem. Simeone Inzaghi at the start of the season and kind of plans also about the Champions League. Derby, Wabobi, and Nyamia and Adomina Baba to the Quam. Pep Guardiola as a coach, right from the start of the season, it is part of his target for the season. About Manchester City, he's been dominant in the league. I didn't buy and necessarily the league itself. But for Manchester City, ever transcended that kind of form. How we done do in England, no? Normally we run continental games, which is the Champions League. 81st, a damn boy the free fee. Before Obama, there were coaches from my Babaji League in the but he probably obey dominant to Ofie, Obabubia, or we are no. Now, for what is our form, let's answer the Aqua Europe. Pep Guardiola buy and say, Juman into about Manchester City, no? Clearly, or yes, Juman to perfection. What dominated Ofie? Now let's move to Europe. What Europe countless times. Okono obey who be an what yashi. Okono obey who and what yashi with the Manchester City team. And in Champions League, Chairman, all teams don't have the Champions League now. Oh, your first time in the finals are a difficult to win. So you get to the semi-finals. You get to the finals. Near eliminate you free we are. I feel next final now for trophy. A typical example the Chelsea team. In 2008 and in 2012. Chelsea in 2008 versus Manchester United. Nobody can convince me that Manchester United or quality the change Chelsea. Derby. Chelsea had a lot of quality in their team. But not Chelsea more Champions League final only be that. So the experience at the Champions League final, that particular stage, not Chelsea team nibi. Not Chelsea playing body, no. Bebrena also nibi. So from there, Manchester United get trophy free on Monsemino. In 2012, they met a Bayern Munich side and know a lot of quality. And the change Chelsea Sabreno. No, what Champions League final experience. And the change Chelsea Sabreno. But because say, not Chelsea, Aqua final ni be done intino. And yet the final experience intino. Chelsea for a trophy need free Bayern Munich in some. Chairman, if you are looking at Manchester City and the team Inter Milan, you got Champions League experience at the Nkowobi and get also a trophy the certainly in Inter Milan. No doubt about it. But the last time Inter Milan had the Champions League, none of these players were available. And at this stage, the experience I have been here near the trophy, Inter Milan players no nibi. But if you are looking at Pep Guardiola and Manchester City, in recent years, This is the same team he has kept continually. And what the yes, we're making inclusions, but a chunk of the team has been consistent. Yakwa semi-final, yakwa final against Chelsea. So the Manchester City team and the players in it, and the coach Pep Guardiola, and what the Champions League experience at this particular stage, and the change that of a Inter Milan players, and the coach, So you got two teams in the are Inter Milan, but the players in the team now, and the technical head, and they experience what Champions League and the final stage, and after baby Bruno, that of Manchester City, and certainly coaching experience, I'll go for Pep Guardiola. Experience in the playing body, I'll go for Manchester City. Per quality, playing body, I am going to go for Manchester City. It is a ocean clearly, odds in favor that of Manchester City. Apart from that, Sir Christian Akamak Solaka, venue now game in Barcelona. They are at the Tech Sports Stadium. A place. If it is going to repeat history, another if history is going to repeat itself, not Champions League, they said then it is a venue for English teams. And again, Manchester City being an English team has a slight advantage over the Italian opponent. Chairman, who had these two teams are the kind of quality on board. Yes, Inter Milan team hasn't been bad. But if you're looking at the attacking men of that of Inter Milan, Ubeyi Edinzeko, Ubeyi Lautaro Martinez. Chairman, this season, Lautaro Martinez, yes, he's been very influential. But in the Champions League, matches so far, 12 matches from group stage, and PM in the finals. Lautaro Martinez only has 3 goals and 3 assists for the team in Inter Milan. Edinzeko also has 4 goals and 1 assist. And you come and go scramble Boma, the 2 men on lead the attack, and Yama Inter Milan. Oh, Kadia Boma, goes Limpo Nudia, Ele Haaland, and Kwache. And Yama Manchester City this particular season. And the defensive men of that of Manchester City. Clearly, so the kind of quality from possessing. Yes, football will be able to me because the game is full of uncertainties. But so who share the likes of Real Madrid? Now to me, my players beat Vinicius Junior, the kind of form they have, Karim Benzema, any host of other players, useless to the extent that to me keep a clean sheet. Real Madrid 4-0. This shouldn't be an attack. It was a problem. Everyone the defensive men of Manchester City. Chairman, another key battle I ever heard in Nepal. Yes, the central defensive men of that of Inter Milan Achebinum, Alessandro Bastoni, Matteo Damianum, certainly they will go for the 3-back system. Omono, of course. But between Ellen Haaland and this particular defense, and your goalkeeper, Andre Onana, that is what I'm going to be looking at. Beyond the defensive line, Andre Onana this season, Champions League, Chairman, he about 12 matches in the Champions League. He's been my best goalkeeper in the Champions League this particular season. Abrante keep 8 clean sheets. 8 clean sheets. And a Inter Milan. And it's a who she has such a goalkeeper. Who dealing with the defense crampo, we are all a problem going past the goalkeeper. And that is one key battle I would want to see in this particular Champions League here tonight. A Manchester City strength in the war. So Manchester City Petronia results now. A lot of the balls I will say for Jack Grealish and Bernardo Silva. They shouldn't focus on the midfield. Chairman, the Inter Milan said Inter Milan are buying 2 games. Simeone Inzaghi formation over the 3-5-2 system. 3-5-2 no. He placed the flat one. It's in the pattern they won't feel one. And so na flanks men about become 1 and 5 no. Omunina that center circle no. And on him say one of Manchester City strength in the dinner. If to a variation he's going to talk to the players. Some will make sure some will make a lot of effort in that particular circle. Make sure. Say the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Gundogan mo, any free space from operative was something for you because Omuna said you want to problem and about consider the matter of Inter Milan. Another position and so I bet me about that of Manchester City and the performance of John Stones and Rodri. John Stones this particular season has also been another unsung hero aside Rodri. Pep Guardiola felt as though he will be a bit too robust. Yes, Rodri bebo ball won't feel you on him. About when the boss won't feel you on him. But there are times I will be on the drink a crab and feel. And that is how come the John Stones. About Bejina Sahono. So I don't remember yes, especially playing against an Italian side. Ube here John Stones spy. because Italian teams, you know, defensively they are good, and that kind of giddy football, no, they are going to bring it on board because they know some breaking things. That is when they are going to get the room to be able to operate. Pep Guardiola making sure someone you see a lot of the balls in midfield, the flanksmen, the Grealish, Bernardo Silva. So already the game against that of Real Madrid. These were the men and all Manchester City. Because the attention was on Ellen Haaland, the attention was on Kevin De Bruyne. Manchester City team is built such that if you are going to focus on a single player, so the compare results are before you realize that Pep Guardiola, you see our player now as a bit. Now other players, results, man. And I know the Manchester City team Inter Milan has quality. As an Italian side, they are going to come in and then defend. So what Shomo in the knockout phase against Benfica, against Porto. It was AC Milan and but teams outside that of Italy, no, they play defensive football, total defensive football, and they didn't know results. But the Manchester City team, no, and so you said that chairman, teams on possessive football, now they bet me about defensive game, of course, no correct. But Man City, our quality so much that who defend, no, one player, individual quality, one moment of brilliance that changing the face of the game, and that is where the problem is. Inter Milan knows that the only way out, and it's all will be defended. So they are going to come in and then defend very well. But I see Manchester City, no matter what, no matter the situation, German, getting the desired results. Pep Guardiola is at that stage. So why to me that is the big question. Men disrespecting Inter Milan, me more money, but I feel Manchester City has too much quality to let this trophy slip. It is either now or never. And I know Manchester City are picking up the trophy. Chairman, I am looking at a 2-1 or 3-1 result for that of Manchester City.
Okay, it looks like it will be a call for 3-1, 3-1, 3-1 for Manchester City. Last time again for West Ham it happened. We will be a call for 2-1 at Troy. This time 3-1, and so it looks like I have a 2. But you're free on your referee. But let's not forget. I tell you, the inside. The inside. I'll say I'm particularly going to be very happy for Gundogan. Conviction signing for Pep. Signing a player in clutches. Sign a player in crutches. Okay, shows the faith Pep had in him, and how wonderful it will be to the player to captain a treble-winning team for Pep. His first signing of his City reign. Difference between conviction and convenience. Pep chose conviction. Okay, about Ike Gundogan. Also, Abrantian on Pep Guardiola first signing. Emra signing no pra. Na coach na mutum. The man for crack inside the Pep say player pra na go sign. And now like Levocheba Voka say Pep choose conviction because you player no Gini Dipa, and this player are captain the AJ league or captain the AJ FA Cup. Imagine captaining to win the Champions League. Then Pep can look back and said this is the best signing I ever did, because I'm not signing on him. You know, Pep name was Wajibi. Said they know Simon the Barcelona and Bunjinan who will be at the point. We should be watching. As I know why. And they said, Doman Kazan Suani soon, the soon takrache. Inti size Christian too easy. Christian Bibi say Aquawi, and Aquawi. So Bako can answer them. Or your West now, you. But because of say, Ubi any winti. I branch about Kubi and Ansena, O2 Ababa before. You're going to quite queen. To about the bar is plenty be Mechano. Soon I need Jimmy home. So it's me, Fino, or Bombing Fino. We are open my sorts. Then they wait you on a kind is a matter. That's how we in the guys better. Who told me? Any great guys better. It will moral impetus. How do you go to be for so baby? Osebio Bunu because Osebia again on so interest into the cable. Make your case. Oh, I'm going to go back here. Guys, on Chassis, and I'm going to feed him. Again, after say, Now we pay us my review. Ah, oh, we go to watch your quay, watch it as a one of like you. Okay, and therefore I play on 95.7 FM. So in the Champions League final tonight, you never show the inside. Kane Cafe Maserati, and then the first day Jaibo nightclub, and I said, no, you game right, Bibia. We are near pet a year. Cook 1 liter Cassia Baco. Now to bread, bra. Cook is a bread. Oh, mind you, Kulan Baguanes and one. Okay, young refugee. Now, and some of the baby no, Mousa Dr. Ogun, Kofubi, obviously Tim Ogun, almost so I can be Yafa, Nana Ponsan Sibi or Kafan home, and the son in one. Now, well, you're fair too, because we have the last match day 34, and they're crowning who is going to Nagana Hedians got down to the wire. So, Mediama needs a point to win the league. So, Mediama to me, every near Omaj League, no. For the first time, Mediama Omako close to win the title for two times. Bago COVID nearby. Anas, yes, number 12. And also Ebaya. No, number 12 and 13. 12. Yeah, 13. Okay. Number 12 and no say no na COVID so ever say Bako. Inti Mediama one win I think they deserve it. It's young Chinese way. Mediama game, no. Any all the other games will be played at the same time, 3 p.m. I'm hoping. So start time, which I may a lot of action. In fact, the way the start time is coming, Chama cameras in Bear 4. 4 no, and say. I also Bako, can find on the RTU game, no. Because and also it was a relegation battle, no. Decide Bako, no. Bako, Mediama, and Tamale City, no. Games are which are affecting relegation, no. Because we are Diana Bichim, and I would love to wear the hat to become Chelsea, you know. And so, are they?
No, they are so be a hobby because in their history will be made. In a Ghana, today will be the day has bet me a relegation and also on survive. It is a year the history books now. They now has last match in a determine on my fate. May I just say BYT mobile on Wedgman. Chairman.
Time Bakwa has the 13th. I'm the 13th and not 12. I know has.
So that's another 16 teams in able.
I'm the 13.
And a bear
14, 15, 16. I'm the 13.
And one more 3 points more on the 13th. No.
I'm the 13.
Also, more take what points more. It's a real leg and
it's a moment you're comfortable 13.
13 and no more restore. Sana can fight us to be seen.
I has to work with the winning first time. I had to work last to the last day.
Last day.
I also had to work in that point to survive. That is how bad. Yeah. But I understand that's arguing about TV so.
Hey.
I understand about TV so. Never heard said Ibisiako. But can find a battle for survival. And so a lot depend on Mediama beating Tamale City. I understand the Mediama beating Tamale City.
Yeah, sure.
I understand. Say Carol and Sonny go to Guru Royals. Go to Guru Royals. Almost Chenko for cool. We just almost share Tamale City 4-1.
Exactly.
Now, so can find our best survivor. Then who and who are going for relegation because already go to Guru Royals score. Now can find on the dinosaur. And Olympics. I remember Ghana Premier League table, no, live on our screens near here. How your league, you know, table, no standings, no, is it here? Because I remember a better picture. Now you said the teams in the games, but Bechem near Diana Diaz, Bechem winning. Nase Mediama Lucia, Bechem will be crowned champions of the Ghana Premier League. So Mediama, the league is theirs to lose.
They need just a draw.
A draw.
Yeah.
But I know some will win it.
Yes, of course.
Because almost points in
for celebrations near the
no a crown in the year. I say Nations FC actually the bottom of relegation. Oh, now so much say. Now the market of coronation. It Takwa the center of attraction this weekend. And Sana all the other venues about.
Takwa 2 things na isi ho new. Chama say media manya shepe na say Tamale City so call relegation.
Yeah, ma sha Tamale City.
Omoko relegation.
Na ejai uchu ana ejai nyanya
media ma enya omoye champions no na Tamale City so call relegation. Sansusia confidently I can tell you say don't be surprised say Kim Faisal being a points in the later 100% said they will still gain the points and stay. It's depend on the results today. No? Kumasi bet me 3 teams playing the Premier League next season and also another positive. But heart the say it here. On say Lions.
Table no dey there to the guy I mean Saka table no. Ase ho no. Odango the Royals FC omo relegated.
Yeah.
Kim Faisal was 39 points. Now Olympics of 42, Tamale City of 42, Lagos City of 43, Accra Lions 44, Karela 44. Now Karela game more bon Karela no way. Karela ni Kutuku Royals.
Kutuku Royals, yeah.
Kutuku Royals seems to be doing some work be. So they working Faisal power. So Kutuku Royals check Karela. Karela will still be 44.
Yeah.
Nyo be Kobobi amedi no. Karela so mutiki kapapa.
Papa. Yes, papa.
I'm introducing. We have fixtures on Makacho. Olympics, any Swatema nebo. Swatema is safe. A Olympics win. That's what I say.
Straight up.
International Olympics, Ako say 45. Ghana Premier League. Baby any gold stars near Accra Lions. Accra Lions win. And now say a draw.
Yeah.
Depending on the Ekoso, Kutuku Royals.
Omo Cape Coast, right?
Kutuku.
Omo do.
Omo free Cape. Okay.
Yeah. And it's Accra Lions winning. Olympics winning. Kutuku Royals winning. Lagos City will definitely beat Samatex. What that will mean is that Karela will fall. Na Karela ababeda Tamale City. So what I say? It has seen be Kutuku Royals. Kim Faisal win kra. Kim Faisal win ya. Tamale City be back Kim Faisal say. Kim Faisal ko 42. 42 now we jump 44. Na Kim Faisal train the points now.
Yeah, wa Obenya.
Into Genetre now was saving.
Now we
the relegated teams will be Kutuku Royals, Tamale City, and Karela.
So what if Karela wins?
If Karela win, I mean, Kim Faisal dream is shattered.
What you say? Kim Faisal dreams.
Karela win, yeah. Kim Faisal dream is shattered. Unless Samatex are going to beat Lagos Cities. As you see, it's a Kim Faisal survival, no? Are you dependent on them winning against RTU? And Kutuku Royals beating
Karela. And again the boardroom points.
No, they are boardroom points. And
no, they say
also Wednesday. Yeah, they
depend on the results. Beba or Takwano. Say banner a favor. If Mediama, they will surely restore. Chairman,
Karela was saying almost 44 points. Ntare bitima save Kim Faisal so be winning or winning boardroom points.
Yes.
Kim Faisal winning or 42.
Na Karela nso elusu.
No, that's our boardroom points.
Karela lusu a obeka 44. Nti Kim Faisal winning kra na say boardroom points na meka no ho a they'll still be relegated.
Yeah, and omo winning na boardroom ne ba na Karela so winning a still ombeko.
Of course.
Nti 3-way scenario. It's as a Kim Faisal there. But chairman, how's the NSC account? Yeah, Okotoku ho. Ewo Karela ho, ewo Kotoku ho, ewo GFA ho. And Tamale City so. Because Tamale City na sounds wo. There be a sounds wo Mediama ho.
Anti game na nyamo no more resources. Na league be ni bonus ani.
Oh say emre BBC chairman say e be share. On say na team be Eastern Region Okwa United. Na omone I think say corners or RTU a ball game. But not omone RTU na back per relegation. Now what they said was that allied greens are not yet corners for penny. But the last game na RTU no corners never but until corners yes or monko. That times near so ko for na baby biama. Corners for so monye bibia omo yes or monko. And alaji secretly or fair player there 7 or 8. No 2 card you mo call RTU. No mo here 5 goals near so mo 5-0. Yes say corners 5. And a man or ko ko. Until this time baby dreams so they will also want to repay Alaji for what he did. Into me a very certain say on because the possibility of Tamale City losing there was Takwani high there. I think so R2 so but chairman has the NDA say Accra Lions, Legon Cities, Olympics, Karela, and Omunyinano were better head-to-head record than House of Oak. Interestingly. So what it means is this. Say Karela and Lions have both draw one game. No? Na Olympic City ni Legon any Tamale City will be a has better relegation.
So Karela both draw. Can find out Karela still be call.
Oh, you're better. Karela needs to win.
Can find out better head to head. On a Karela.
Okay, Karela.
Into the also can find out and say all bonnet the no be Karela the end should be. It's the chance Karela matcha on the good to grow as a bono. The here the Karela winning.
Chama, Karela was saying 44 if 44. I'm right. 44. Can
find 45.
45. Can find I was saying.
The okay no at league no dia born properly or be based on Nakasa strength. Yen share resource no dem one. Possible Olympics beat me lose. And a normal circumstance Olympics the ball game wait me lose.
Yeah, of course.
The game me say Kim face bra on here boardroom points back on say so Olympics elusi. Na Kim face winia. Chama say Kim face no Olympics nya be the same 42 points. Kim face better head to head than Olympics.
Yeah.
Because Ocean 2-0 fee and Ocean 1-0. It is an Olympics elusi ka 42 ho. Na Kim face we near 42 no Olympics ebenya the same points
yeah.
But better head to head. But the results no e dey cash say the face Olympics win so Kim face win kra na. You still need that boardroom points to be able to survive. Which
I'm sure they will get. But Karela needs to win. So I'm almost chairman may know a permutation a win. Anything less than a win will be a problem for them. Ain't oh here chairman may sure has encore relegation. The reason is this. Also country Bia would want to save their assets for that matter. And Oba Ghana football yepo kotokoni has your assets. It is only saying recent times na Bia some mismanagement and nyoma BSA yenge and ama clubs na kofom. In any nation bia enye so advanced they say even in advanced nations grano these things are done. Into menye show and as a house called relegation chema oni omde kwa akose kids this year. Meanwhile onye hwe ombeka so no na ase da mo moko and na den and chema yen side
and I get to huna man.
And you huna na say Ghana sa chema esa chema Ghana ha Okoya team kese ko ebeka say na say o ahe kotokofo do kwa ba be kan bi say mo sa de net nti say we penny na chema udi so Ghana that stage the answer we be to say that you have to say them
oh kabo
papa
can find our better head to head against Karela, Accra Lions and Olympics. Can find our better head to head on Yomunina.
Yeah.
So can find out should ensure says our three teams but couldn't be winning the last game.
The last game, yeah.
Saturday I can find out. That's
so we need yeah.
Someone you know be a winning pack can find out to forget about Oste. Now Eddie Ghana Premier League. Eddie.
But then person make cut teams me no asem. Team Edikai pa Ghana's version of Arsenal.
Diana Stars.
Diana Stars from a position I know BNM said this year the league need the Diana Stars AJ. It got to a point Ombaka say the best winning bonus in this country. I'm saying 1,002. Nanado man hinenum the Diana Stars AG League, Diana Stars AG League, and I was convinced. So we Diana Stars quality any at that time. Ball and Diana Stars say boy. Said Diana Stars special house of Fuku Accra Sports Stadium. Isaac Mintarum Beye Juma simple Accra Sports Stadium. Now here Diana Stars quality Ninya man Diana Stars here and it's not motivation. And your problem there.
Never.
Never say Diana Stars bet me at the league.
Yeah. Now,
but from a position of someone in the topic Ghana Premier League now, they light third. So we win now. Was only 5 points behind Mediama. Mediama of 57, Diana Stars of 52. So 5 points gap, which means league title eventually Diana Stars is out. Unless ABA of course you bet me at Mediama points possible. The Ayami Yapa and chairman. I am quite consistent. Last year, ben this season, Diana Stars who had to win this season. I think second round of the season, 17 games to end the season. Diana Stars won. I think they only need 2 games per. But the first one now, first one there. You must think that then Stars no G League now, sir. Show bia second run, 17 games. We say about 34 games. 17 the first run, 17 in the second run. Second run now, the better end this season. No, I said Biana Stars to play pre-season. I said then Biana Stars now about first run. The same thing happened this season. The critical stage of them say Biana Stars G League. So, I'm lose 2-1 so at last week.
Yeah, sure.
Olusu 2-1 so at no. Now at Trefi, I'm a Dreams. I send 1-0. Dreams send 1-0 no. Now Biana Stars are quite away. I'm a Accra Lions.
And so I send
3-0. Before that, now only Carola about 0-0. No only Kotoku Royals about 1-1. Osha Biana Stars, the only time Biana Stars, we had the last 6 games. The only game Biana Stars a winning was when Omusha Go Stars a 2-0. If you Omusha Go Stars 2-0 from Kotoku, Carola, Accra Lions, Dreams FC, and in Swatcherman, we are talking about bare 5 games. Biana Stars LUC 4 of them. 4. We are final league. And from a position, my disappointment is that game back where me Japan, it's a Biana Stars supporter. But game back where me Japan is another my stadium the birthday or promising me winning bonus of 1,002. Sada no good anymore. Only dreams game. And I am quite consistent. Yeah, but such a season, me think say na man focus it. Biana Stars the omuni. And I'm said the night Biana Stars I paintino. Say Biana Stars cruelly the league by 10 points gap crana. People thought say Biana Stars the multi league, you know. And some Crawford no so when Biana Stars, you know, they stand vindicated. I am quite consistent every time Biana Stars Belgian League. When so more come. Maybe do critical stage of the season, you know. You don't know what happens. Sometimes game don't lose to be crowned. What do you want? Because you have no evidence in 20 minutes. But it's a game now we're losing it there. If you saw us on the tail.
You see, Secretary, I mean Chawano. Made the chairman. Senka me can be power Ghana bomb koya and teams who are we investigate them. Menkase be on my bonnet, but Mimi Timon Teneme. Adriana 1. Secretary Asma working. Adena consistently over years, the same trend because why? Does it mean that 7 prediasa? And Pennyphone Mukuta team no or need the know-how. A quiet fast way the Ghana, and that's why we are incompetent. No, or munim. Also, last on Penny Baku Bay interview, no Casa Nanano, HS Canamica, and the dada. But you also the buy and confirm. And Chairman says, this unless one, they don't, a Drew baby, they decide they will not win the league. I hope so. They decide they will not win the league. They don't want the league. San Echo. Kotok also decide not to win the league. Hearts of Folk decide not to win the league. The problem we have is this. When the big teams are deciding not to win the league and they are running away from the league, the small teams don't also really want the league. It was a league in a bona yama teams na be 18 no chema be 1 or 2 teams per no money abreso more per league in a league in a say. Because a good league is the one most of the teams are fighting for the championship, not that of relegation. And to explain further, Chema wa beje league in South Africa. Say one qua you might have a ban. It depends on how well you communicate. By a country like Ghana, Netima League no so one quad team Cassidy. Chema when you say it has an echo to say Adriana, even your followers will not agree. The owners of the club will not agree. The question is Carway. Kotoko, if you can crepa salary no fine. Me baby if I'm not blaming anybody though, but what I'm saying is this: salary you triana taught. Now ube to salary taught as Gaben out of Africa. Until they have to run away. It's the appointment of Ghazali Nano. Etre say they don't really want it because when Ghazali was appointed, Kotoko were strongly in it.
So say Kotoko he has num there. Ghana league near buy
Hearts of Folk. Omoko Africa, yes, on bear 60 would say 40.
66.
Yes, I'm saying, calling in Abuma.
6040.
Perhaps no more on one come yard. I said, maybe some guys yes on Bibri. It's almost your money soon. Chema see my Madrid and see a wing uncle. Until league, you know, until we are almost clue, no one so clue to make no more clue. And all your business park was if you would have easily won the league. Ba ye masa hedge league na yen to me continue on our bedge league. Nti matches no emfa. E di team na ni brace up a league no mediama. Chema wati ase anti Duncan yes and your man kwero mama nant no wape no mu Duncan sinchen no make changes and work nti hwe results a mediama enya on back kuma so kotoko si dede ni abom fine na kotoko da na has crowd de omuti na chairman ball league awa mu be a wodan na mediama be down 5 we Tamale City down 5 chairman wo sa akwa Africa akwa ere already I saw 600 nti ye ne etia ne e ka say teams no now has Goalkeeper omuni coach players in yard. And you're coach by Chema Walkers or say players 5 in a yard. 80 where do Bedge League bay. And now the team said dreams money are so they would want to go with the FA Cup because it's a small club. They don't want to someone called Bossa because Chairman African no one called group stage I'll walk out. Obe Boka papa. 80 sad teams in Ketwa Karela crown on your mind fa. Boys ni be brave Chairman a locker room bonus no. Which also on your money adrian miss me no yard and no more survive. Until say Honorable Haruna Betty 180 and now the surviving chairman Emfa.
But Ghanaian Premier League player is surviving on 100 cedis.
Yes.
100 cedis
150.
It's like $8.
Yeah. Say clubs no be no smaller club who says ask an banti no almost in shada ntia bonus ni ade.
No.
Aketua nkata kra chairman emma.
And I chairman when summer text and so money goal stars mono. Ye buy enche financially ye strong. Ye cry ye venue no and yes standard for Africa and stuff. Into year 19 team. Ne who say you were grand and the next time you be moved to another level. So they also don't want the championship. Accra Lions or Monkanjo be as on Pelegaji or Molota Matthias non per se or Beteki says no multi players no maton. Great Olympics Angasa they've struggled all season. Yeah, me partner do my better. Everybody thought Olympics are leaving the league and no more struggler. Came Faisal themselves, FA Cup no my idea. But even scoring goals had been a problem. I mean, yes, like Kimfasa already said they won the championship because they told me if you say Sika or Munya winning the league, you know, I can't move ball league in the crowd doors and do call the league in the crowd. I can't.
Kimfasa last match they come the boy.
Exactly. It's a league in the air, but I can't now body ball league, you know. We are scanning that's no baby 10%. So, Chairman, what I'm trying to say is this: late first nanka team to has nekotoko pre league, you know. I say. Takasi meji mina meji in their own tesa. It's a league nankasa no enye clubs nankasa amanaye dead on arrival. Into more yen kitty na chema make some ways a Kotoko supporters in Timmy. If Kotoko wanted this league, they said yeah, Adriana for young come beji. Chema, you know Kotoko better than Nakotoko so more per league only. But they got to a point that Charlie, yeah, salary to Accra was a problem. The last time, I think Obenga came to studio. Now you're going to them bisan about no say or Africa Ombeko. No say matter. A car ye bo ye koba ako penny ye free me car ye bonny at the adeno. We'll rethink. Them say yes. And no more. And this is what I'm trying to say. Mr. Ghana government. A crobia new at mo be ya buying involvement in him. Every country in this world is about involvement. So what do we do? Saturday na team bia jeka kotoko they had jeka pa no mo de cap na e call your friend Jubilee House no chairman e so mo jai. Enyefe. Jubilee House me so bia sorry na okọ. White House obe sorry alcohol just like that ana. Esa.
So White House is different.
Yes, die nie. So what the government should we say government na mamska so munji ska we dey am am Africa. E ye hwe ni mu. Sabai ma teams this scam not against it. Sasi can say be $300,000-$200,000. Yamfan to leg in this way. I buy so cafe we made $300,000 me dey to Ghana leg in this. We be competition e beba.
Yeah.
Until wow be this scam. You can use that money to prepare for Africa. Na be ye instituted bibia ban bi obebia be. Ba nya say bia me chairman me na do ye free. And ebia yeso to be ye free nti e je pene e de cap na call. Yamfa mo bia say o my house. Wa makotoko. Just say adia ye biano chairman aduna ye ni yo ba kwa ye faso ye na ye to say sebe ye nim dia for nim dia ye into the government should help us. Well say Drew baby COVID no na government 8 years kama man na ebobo I think it was 500 Ghana yeah Miguel Baccalaureate ye boa or Accra cities I think no Hazakis no quite no onyebi and the government did very well and man dey say and chairman man born so aban sorry. Because man moto ni say ye ni obi age senyame chema hwe man o mo bobo bebre o mo status ye ni obi agye nyame chema ye serious ye tumi to mo one bag na ye dey amanipa 8 or bibia nka ho teams no cars crowd be ko train e bi no obi so mo say afi no mo to bus nti mo amfa musika amra chema ma na ebre but meanwhile it's an area ye betumi dey empower mo and on say man no kra no bebre na tu kwan kakra o omutumi ko area else ye hwe nti me suggestion ne say GFA ni government be kasa on this idea say mema club bia meje cabinet say dey call president wo debi sikana ban person de boa clubs no for Africa no yemfa sa aska no embeto league no so say near $500,000 to $300,000 I think that is a hell of money per Ghanaian standard. It's what beje league no just ask oje ya na hit to account chama be competition e beba ye be twa nipa nyina tie be ma league na ide
ba ko enso e be sa boa chama de bia o kan sem say o ma kom de oba no ko wiade a oba na ye bone de but you the father responsible.
Yeah, of course.
O ma kom de we yiri no ko ba adwaman a we yiri na ye bone de so afọ wo che ko ba adwaman de by the root causes a chairman we you free me ye betting ye and saying games no but teams no mu ye bet ni the common brain na yes are betting come na this team no because most of the teams na I'm assuming say even though so many say betting is against the rules of the game there but when you betting or there 20 players ka or there crowd no timi anya at a operational cost. How do they cover these operational costs? And it's in as much as we are trying to say yenyi betting through on mono say come this our place and come the class now e be extremely difficult. I say who took krom for say we nya krom abere oni adwuma ye come de no o jai no ba be dey even though say na oye nye but ojaya an alternative job must be provided for the person. Et league na ye bona sa no adebia we are preaching say the match are fixed betting koso evidence ni the chairman those that will tell you in secret a do critical stage are oma ebe dia dance and fama but they tell people in secret you know the entire koso the chairman come number one come the players no imagine say the na masole kai player surviving on boardroom bonus how many 150 Ghana cedis and the crowd comes only after they've won a game, which means that team na win game one now 1 month or 4 games no win game 1 month no boardroom bonus come this our place no sa player no kocha better. Are you going to blame that player that much? Why are they nya dey ejitum say nye but the circumstances any system no are forced the person into doing what he's not supposed to do. Let's find a way of helping the system. Na ye kan nyina no team back one the only excuse yes ikasem de house of folk de nyame no kure ni ye season na Togo insa house of folk place ni na lie no he obi a contract sika obi agi ye bia no onye half free place no me
no nya adwen
se min ka se ne me nya adwen
na min dai ma me no me pa players man sorry from V no ba so ba
what sign no mo
no me na go fa mo yon dey o tin baby one give me responsibility me nim baby nko share kwa no go fa no ba
me tina ho na ma opportunity say me mbra o show ma ba beto to apa so a na misika ho na ma sa fra chairman fa misika na me down ka obeka de chairman obeka de what's me this is my bow platform big way so me ba one way invite me me ba ma beto to apa so sa man comfort boss craft plus right then we come then why just obi eka me we who can say me ba kwa be ma me 5,000 me dress you on plus chairman 5,000 no here chairman pachonya me so no kwa first response be headed
dia me do
and one say Christian akan it is emrama ho kwan dia me kwa do mo nje 80%
dabi nyasa and nyasa emrantie no
but chairman what
they say you can't give what you don't have. If you go for player with some say juma no wentimi anya wa go for no
exactly
no ya adwene exactly you can't give untimi fa ade a wonnima but the house of okaye no any ball no mabon this season they could have done more than what they've done. Leave India men can say bia omonye but quality a do stage bia can yan say a house folk team no e dey qualify for CHAN
last season.
Glass this season I qualify for China we no. House of Folk players they qualify for China. Anya Glass na wako nominate kuna do yadom na boy. But chairman who say ajare the Ghana Premier League table no say to su be mu an. The yema ho pa ne say House of Folk die 11th. Eno kura de nganya we ho more. House of Folk chairman Ashe 32 goals are considered 37. The goal difference runs into negative -5. Now the last 7 games are House of Folk abon. Last 7 has a winning back pay. That was against King Faisal and all Lucy 6. Sa 7 now has a Lucino. Has actually 7 goals in those 7 matches. An average of 1 goal per game. That is no problem. But has considered 7 in those matches. We considered 16 in those 7 matches.
Now even teams are more battle relegation. Karela, Lagos City, Stamale City. How many are better goals aggregate than Hearts of Oak? And that should tell you. Saying a league games let's hear this Sunday. Diana Stars in the Bichimebo and Najima Bedu Park 3 p.m. Matches near 3 p.m. Asante Kodoko, Obabaya Stadium, Omni Dreams FC, Brekum Chelsea, and so any Hearts of Oak Nebebo, our Golden City Park. Maybe any Gold Stars versus Accra Lions, our Dance Park. Maybe any Good Olympics, any in Satraman. Sogako Park, okay. And at the Unso, a Hona Kutukuru Royals, and Karela Bebo. Lagos Cities will be playing against Samatex 1996 at Elwak Stadium. And Amidiema will be hoping to annex the league trophy against Tamale City at the Takwa Park. And ITU so Anakin Faisal Elbow Ali Bahama Sports Stadium. It's here for these are the games Ebasunyame Adumachna. Na na darling Paul metem no the live comment number. Well, Kokula Bisemen Kancho say White House US franchises no moje omo leagues now almost the call MLS NBA NFL and almost call. Okay. All right. It's no. Now the Messi effect Mati. Monte Ngofono
Inter Miami
is almost followers no across 7.2 million.
Yeah.
7.2 million on Instagram. First almost 1 million. Messi buy na
6 million at account.
It's almost 6.2 million more. If I see America say crime, it shows a cost and so
so much as you take on Instagram.
Oh yes.
But it's a small club.
There's a Messi, you catch it and say. But the tease yes, Saudi Arabia for pennies of friend catchent. So I know Saudi Arabia there. On one in the money there. Omonka hon. To the overcodia uncle. We so buy and Mexico so much and say Ulmas, some Susan Papa in Ulmas. The Beckham no my friend say Inter Miami then. They say yes, on comes to America.
I want to grab Benfica.
I said, I want to grab the communication because of Momoka Spanish near you. Or call Miami, so yeah. Omoka Spanish got a brofon.
Okay.
Me say I call Miami. Boat, Missy Boat, Uber FI.
Yeah.
Omun, but who can we find not a brofon?
Okay.
Omun, Spanish.
So, on a Spanish colony in America for a defeat.
And I'll say US grounds, official language is Spanish and English.
English,
see the whole day. He's going to be making 53 million a year, $53 million a year. And no yet the Inter Miami for the man. Now, but Apple for the first time, Apple for the revenue on streaming because numbers not they bad. Into almost streaming games we are best business. Now Adidas sponsor say line for Messi. Messi percentage.
Say Jordan there.
Say Jordan there.
Okay.
Baby Didi. And Inter Miami fans say after the contract, man shares in the team. It's nice to see Messi no okojinani wajiska.
Yes, Argentina for also Krabeko could see one of their headquarters at Football Associate Federation or United States. But Chamas, I heard part of deal with more discount. If your mom has a mess in yes, can't yes, and it's Skawumpa.
Skawumpa, he said,
why
strategy?
Yes,
well, the world of football, and it's a Clive Barker. Clive Barker passes away at 78. Clive Barker only leading South Africa to the 1996 AFCON title. No? Na you say Papa, you see the on catch as a form of him. It's necessary. I don't know. Okay, mention them baba ne Obed ne maintaining na munum show no.
Chairman, there are brothers biso China.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, omo masters program hona. Omo fa pure sports in there grom so bo show no live. Blankson and Franklin. Ne omo nam fufu ni nyina omo zu high. Omo so omo show no live nti.
Okay, omo nyina special happy birthday to Fosti Adonting. We free Nana Kufi Keke honestly and we show us. I pray that God blesses you with all the happiness in this universe. May you prosper and shine everywhere you go. Happy birthday, Fosti Adonting. And your message, I free Nana Kufi and I'll say Yamfa and Mao. Okay. Inti Yamena son Andy Garcias will take over. Okay. I'll say how I wish because Chelsea had something at stake to pick. Something at stake, so that a win against Hearts of Oak would have been good. They would have beaten them, but now that there is nothing at stake, no one should expect the Phobians to return to Accra empty-handed. The Continental Club Masters will escape the wrath of relegation. Alaja Kambi and Dote Soa are lucky, but they either resign or be made to step down going forward. They've been shambolic as club administrators. With Alaji Mahama Salia Fira on the way and so Abba. Okay. Okay. And now Champions League easy Andy and the Champions League easy. Manchester City versus International.